joining us tonight. Brian Fritz alongside Dickerman. Another exciting night of fights coming your way as we continue with the Rise to Greatness tournament.
We started out with 32 men. By the end of tonight, we're going to be down to the final 2. The Rise to Greatness tournament continues now.
An exciting night of action coming your way. Thanks for joining us here on the live broadcast of EA Sports MMA. Alongside Dickerman, I'm Brian Fritz as we get set here for the quarterfinals of the Rise to Greatness tournament.
That's right. All the guys fighting tonight, the winners are going to advance on to the semifinals, which will take place later tonight. So all these guys fighting for another opportunity to fight again this evening.
And remember, the Rise to Greatness tournament to determine who is the best of the best when it comes to EA MMA. Should be a great night of fights. 4 fights coming your way. Lord High taking on Rixta coming up in the first fight, heavyweight division. We'll also have middleweight, light heavyweight, and another heavyweight bout coming up later on. But we'll start off things here in the quarterfinals in the heavyweight division.
And here we take a look here. Lord High taking on Asgard Warrior, which is actually Rixta, who we've seen fight many times here on the live broadcast before. But you look at these guys' stats, Fritz, and they're very, very similar all the way across the board. Almost mirror image of one another.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the only thing that's low for each guy is submission. But outside of that, health, stand-up, clinch, ground. Very, very similar. You're talking about 2 boxers, so you'd expect this fight to be standing up and some heavy shots possibly landing. You're talking about a couple of heavyweights.
Absolutely. We're going to see Rixta coming out first. He is a black belt master in the game. Over 2,200 victories of all time. 4th
live broadcast appearance, 2-1 so far, fighting out of Geelong, Australia.
It's great to see the guys coming in from different parts of the world. We've got Australia fighting here. You're going to see Lord High coming out. He's actually from Texas.
He's also 2-1 in his appearances so far on the live broadcast, also making his 4th appearance here. He promises to put pressure on his opponent.
Got a mighty big chest and a small waist.
Take a look at the records between these two. Lord High actually has over almost 1,300 wins, and then you look at Rixta,
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Union Square Arena. This fight is 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer. Fighting out of Australia, Alpha Dog.
That is Rixta.
And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer. Fighting out of the United States, Stan Madman Coronado.
Lord High there, like you said, Fritz, almost
Fighter ready. Let's go.
Victories all time.
Here we go, quarterfinals of the Rise to Greatness tournament, heavyweight division. Don't forget, you can join us in the chat room, easportsmma.com. Preston hanging out in the chat room.
These guys wasting no time. Lord High comes in saying he's heard he's an underdog from the community members, and he's motivated. He's trained hard. He's ready for this fight. He wants to take out Rixta. Rixta claims that he's the best because he trains with the best at UFA.
Like you said, these guys coming out, throwing shots early on here.
Back and forth, 2 big guys, of course, in the heavyweight division. You've always got that knockout power. At any point, a guy can go down like a ton of bricks.
And you can see how big Lord High is, but he's got some quick hands.
That he does. Rixta, nice technique there. A couple of shots connecting. Big one right there to the chin. Sent Lord High's head back like a Pez dispenser.
Good shot there by Rixta.
Starting things out. One of these guys going to move on to fight later on this evening in the semifinals. Big takedown there by Rixta. Right to half guard.
See what kind of work he can do here on the ground. We said that was the weak point for both these guys were submission skills, but doesn't mean you can't ground and pound a little bit. Rixta looking for full mount here.
Rixta on top. He's got side control right now. Will he look for a submission? Probably not, according to the stats we saw earlier tonight. So he may just look to pound his way to victory, looking to step into mount. He can't get it right now. Good defense there by Lord High.
This is the quarterfinals. The semifinals coming up later on tonight. Winners from that will advance to the finals of the tournament. That will take place next month, October 19th.
And those finals are going to be interesting because all the guys, the finalists, are going to fight on 5 separate fights that night, once in each weight class. That should be fun.
You and I will be fighting that night.
That is the word. Can't guarantee a good fight, but it might be a quick one.
And then we see you guys get back up on their feet. Lord High going to work here.
Lord High back to his feet, busy right away. Wants to take out Rixta. Said he's been training hard. Call him the underdog. He's going to come in and be the spoiler. Looking for that spinning back punch. Can't get it.
You can land it. That's a big, effective punch, but you're also putting yourself at risk, obviously, when you try to throw that.
Yeah, take a kick right to the body. That's where he got nailed.
Nice kick there by Rixta. Halfway through this first round here. And
oh, not a smart move.
Lord High should not be goading for the fans.
No, not in the middle of the fight. Not against a dangerous guy like Rixta. Guy's got 2,200 wins of all time. 1,200 knockouts.
There's a reason why he's a master black belt. He's going to work right here on Lord High. Lord High stunned, going down. Rixta trying to take advantage of this. Big
Rixta,
left hand.
He wants the finisher. The winner of this match, when they fight later tonight, Fritz, it's going to be a Vale Tudo match, so he would have had an opportunity if this fight were later tonight to get a soccer kick in there or some knees to the head. Or maybe some stomps. Stomps are always fun.
Nothing wrong with a good foot stomp to the face.
Yeah. Rixta on top in half guard. Working away at Lord High here. Looking to pass. He gets the pass rather easily to side control.
See him trying to go for full mount. He's got it right there. If he could sit up on this.
Lord High's head stamina is very, very low. Rixta can finish him.
Big shot right there. This fight is over. 2 big right hands, and Rixta puts down Lord High, and he advances to the semifinals.
Rixta looking very strong here tonight. Pretty much a dominant win there over Lord High. He's going to move on. We'll see him fight again later on this evening.
We talked about the underdog status. Lord High got the opportunity here, but Rixta just too much here in the end. You can see that big right hand right there that finishes him off. You get in that position, land some big bombs. Fight will be over very quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by knockout, Alpha Dog.
There is your winner, Rixta. He's going to fight again later on this evening as we move to the semifinals. Nice victory there, dominant victory there. It looks to be a strong contender as we continue this tournament.
He sure does. We'll take a look at the numbers following this one, and you can see Rixta with a dominating performance. He lands 36 more strikes, landed 59% of his strikes overall, and once he got that fight down on the ground, he didn't have that much trouble going into side control, getting full mount, then putting away Lord High very quickly.
Yeah, very much controlled the fight on the ground. Lord High looked pretty good on his feet, but once Rixta got him down on the ground, it was all Rixta. He gets the victory here. Now we're going to move on to our next matchup. Couple of very experienced guys in the game going to be going at it, Fritz, as we got KingSeyton, who we've seen so many times, 9 live broadcast appearance. He's going to be taking on Destroyer D27.
Yeah, Destroyer, as you can see on the screen, actually, Bo Dilly, he'll be using Gegard Mousasi as his fighter. Talking about this one in the middleweight division. And when you look at these two guys, KingSeyton ranked 51 overall, taking on Destroyer. He's ranked 39th. You're talking about 2 of the top 51 guys right now in this game, playing this game, going one-on-one here in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. You're going to see KingSeyton there for it's actually Touch My Pay-Pay, but that is KingSeyton. We've seen that look many times. 9 live broadcast experience for him tonight.
Yeah, and then anytime you use Musashi, you're going to have big numbers across the board. You can see that right there when it comes to Destroyer using Musashi, a boxer taking on a kickboxer. And we'll see if that stands to form here, if these guys want to keep the fight on their feet.
KingSeyton, of course, he is the Strikeforce fight promoter here on the PlayStation 3. He's got over 2,000 wins all time. Destroyer coming out now. 915 wins for himself. This is his second live broadcast experience. He was victorious last time out.
Yeah, you talk about KingSeyton, a guy very experienced here in the live broadcast. This will be his 9th appearance, 4-4 overall, trying to better that record and see if he can move on here in the Rise to Greatness tournament.
There's KingSeyton. We've seen this guy many times. Interesting name.
We talked about the records. KingSeyton, almost 2,100 wins overall, and Destroyer, 915 wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Union Square Arena. This middleweight fight is scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, fighting out of Armenia, Gegard Musashi.
That is Destroyer D27.
And now, introducing
Using
his
Musashi
opponent,
tonight.
fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, fighting out of the United States, Dominic Butcher Pointovance.
There's
Fighter ready?
KingSeyton.
Fighter ready.
Master
Let's
black
go.
belt.
Fight.
Here we go. KingSeyton, Destroyer. KingSeyton in the black trunks with the red wording. You see Destroyer in the black trunks, the white trim.
Using Gegard Musashi, of course.
Both guys very patient early on. We see that sometimes where guys come out of the gate very, very quickly, where they really, start going at it with one another. And then there's other times where guys are going to be a little bit more methodical with their game plan.
And this tournament here, we have these guys, they want to advance. They want to move on. They want to have the opportunity to be named the best of the best in EA Sports MMA. So they want to come out and be a little bit more careful sometimes.
And you can see Destroyer being very active here, now picking up the action. And he is the underdog in this fight against KingSeyton. We talk about the experience factor, overall playing the game, and the experience factor when it comes to being here on the live broadcast. KingSeyton has both of those.
Absolutely. We've seen KingSeyton here many times. He's very much involved in the forums, like he is the promoter for the Strikeforce event. So he's been very busy. And they're nice takedown there.
Good timing there by Destroyer, catching him on a spinning back fist.
Shot in for those legs. Those legs were all crossed up. Easily took him down. Nice job by KingSeyton to getting back to his feet.
You can see Destroyer trying to do some dirty boxing here. Got that Muay Thai clinch. Trying to get him in position, I think, to get a big knee. Pushing him up here and gets him up against the cage. Big elbows.
And they're getting some shots in is Destroyer. Satan throwing a knee up.
Some nice shots there again by Destroyer. He's holding on to that clinch.
Yeah, heavy pressure by Destroyer thus far in the fight. He's really trying to put it to KingSeyton.
Big takedown here, and he's already got the stamina of KingSeyton very, very low.
He's in a dangerous spot as KingSeyton right now. The underdog Destroyer looking very strong. Satan's got to get something going here.
He's got to get out of this position. You can see his head stamina's back up, but overall stamina very, very low here for KingSeyton.
Satan on the bottom with the half guard. He wants to recover the full guard or stand back up. Satan's got a lot of submissions on under his record, over 1,000 of them.
Typically, you don't see a guy get finished off in this position, but Destroyer could do it. You can see it. He easily gets side control here. Stamina still questionable here for KingSeyton.
Yeah, Destroyer just picking away at him right now.
Let's see if he tries to advance out of this position or if he goes for a submission hold here. He's got an arm he could grab if he wants.
He could shoot for a Kimura on one side if he chose. Satan able to get the half guard back. Satan wants to get that full guard back. Hopefully maybe go for a submission of his own, whether it be an arm bar or triangle.
Not the place I think KingSeyton thought he would be at this point in the fight.
2.5 minutes to go here, so there's still plenty of time for both guys to work. Specifically Destroyer, because he's just all over KingSeyton right now.
And Destroyer seems pretty comfortable in this position. Let's see if he tries to advance now. You see KingSeyton gets him back into...
Gets him back to full guard. Will he look for a submission here? Will he shoot for that triangle? Triangle, one of the most effective submissions in this game. Here he goes for an armbar. Destroyer able to defend it. Destroyer passes right to side control again.
Yeah, let's see if he's
going for a head and arm choke. He cannot get it, though.
And he's going to stand it back up. Nope. Now he gets back in there and beats an up kick.
A kick there by KingSeyton. Satan trying to grab the wrist to keep Destroyer at bay. Another up kick.
Lands a couple shots right there, and that's exactly what KingSeyton should not be looking to do.
You don't want to eat those shots in the ground like that. It's a lot of power coming from above.
That is an impressive butt scoot on display.
That is really good.
Oh, he tried to trip him there, and Destroyer would have none of it. Now the referee make him get back up on his feet.
Yeah, he was looking for that. He was looking for that
So
sweep.
Destroyer shows off his butt scoot skills.
Dance competition.
It's a scoot off.
It's a scoot off.
I'm waiting for somebody to pop out a spinneroonie.
Somewhere somebody's impressed by that butt scooting.
Somebody pull out a piece of cardboard. Let's do some breakdancing.
You don't see that anymore. Somebody should bring that back. Getting the old cardboard out from the old refrigerator box.
Destroyer going to work right here. The stamina, once again, really, really low for KingSeyton.
Destroyer been very busy in this matchup.
Lands some nice, clean, effective shots.
Destroyer moving back, avoiding the shots of Satan. Another big takedown, timed perfectly.
Right into side control. He's got only 45 seconds left here in the first round to do something with the position and stands back up. I don't know what KingSeyton's doing here.
I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an answer for that.
And they both just lay down in different corners and scoot off?
Yeah, it's a scoot off. Or maybe a race. There is actually a drill that you can do to try and get better at that, believe it or not. I don't know why you'd want to get better at it, but you can.
10 seconds left to go here in the opening round.
KingSeyton going to survive. This is good for him because he had some tumultuous points in this fight.
He definitely did. Destroyer not able to capitalize in some of the positions, but it does look like Destroyer, you would think, won that first round.
Looks like Satan's rocking some new what are those, sideburns?
Yeah.
You say eyebrows and sideburns. He didn't have those before.
Couple nice takedowns in the first round by Destroyer. You see the second one right there. Neither guy did a ton of punishment on the other. When it comes to overall, you can see a couple small bruises, but nothing too major, no cuts. And in fact, Destroyer looks like he's barely been in a fight so far.
Yeah, he's relaxed. It's like, I'm Gegard Mousasi. I'm just relaxed.
Fighter ready. Let's go. Fight.
Sit over here.
See if KingSeyton tries to change his game plan. What does Destroyer do here? Does he try to...
Whoa,
he's stunned right there.
Is.
Satan taking advantage of it. He's got him down, looking to finish this fight. He's in full mount, going with some ground and pound, but instead, Destroyer gets out of the funk and holds on.
What a way to begin round number 2 there for KingSeyton. That's how you get out of it, Fritz. You punch a guy in the face.
Hit him with a big right hand, I think, stunned him and followed up and knocked him down. One thing you can say, when you use Mousasi on this game, you've got some great stamina and you can hold on. You can see Satan staying very busy, doing some work to the body, trying to advance position, trying to see if he can get side control.
He's on top there, half guard. KingSeyton always reminds me of old MMA fighter Kane Peters. I think he came out with like a motorcycle club, as they're called, back in the day.
Was he a son of anarchy?
No. I
Was he part of Sam Crow?
I don't know what group he ran with, but it was some sort of a motorcycle club.
Sure he wasn't with Sam Crow?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
And you can see right here that KingSeyton, he's okay with this position. He gets in the side control now and
he's looking for that submission. He's going for the Kimura.
trying to lock that in, torquing the arm back.
Shoulder lock. That is a tremendous amount of pressure. He's got the perfect position right there, too. Oh, it's very close.
Very, very close.
Very
You almost had it
close.
right there a couple times.
Rip that joint to pieces.
Destroyer just trying to hang on here so you can survive this.
It's a very close submission there. Satan's got a lot on his record. Like we've said, Destroyer just hanging on at this point.
Just squeezing back on that arm. He's almost got it right there. He's got it. Tap out. Destroyer has to tap out right there. And it'll be KingSeyton moving on to the semifinals.
Big win there by KingSeyton. He got that Kimura and took that arm and just kept bending and bending and bending until Destroyer could take no more.
Yeah, you talked about it there. I mean, taking advantage of the second round. KingSeyton comes out, firing with some big shots, knocks down Destroyer, able to slap on that Kimura, make him tap out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by submission, Dominic Butcher XXToyookaXx.
KingSeyton almost 2,100 wins, has over 1,000 of them by submission.
Yeah, come from behind victory. Things looked bleak in round number 1. They couldn't have looked more different in round number 2. He dominates the standing, gets into the ground, and gets the big submission victory.
Yeah, we'll look at the numbers here, and you can see that Destroyer actually landed more strikes overall. Landed 12 more strikes. He landed 45% of his strikes. But that second round, it was a different picture than the first round. We saw that Destroyer had the advantage in that first round, but KingSeyton came out on fire to begin the second round and really took advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. KingSeyton, he looked great in round number 2. That submission victory, another one for him. That's going to be one of the keys for him in the tournament as he moves on to the semifinals tonight.
And now we move on to our third fight here in the quarterfinals. Light heavyweight action. Serdov taking on For Life.
Yeah, Serdov, he is a red belt master, very experienced in the game for life. He's a black belt himself, but man, the experience factor so much in the corner of Serdov. Almost 3,600 victories for life, 131 for him.
Yeah, this is a true David versus Goliath matchup. Can For Life get the upset win?
That is the big question. We're finding out now.
We look at these two guys. You're talking about a boxer taking on a Muay Thai specialist. Very high stamina for Life, but you can see with Serdov, good numbers across the board, solid stand-up, good ground skills, nice submission skills too.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these guys are pretty similar. You know, little tweaks here and there for both guys, but you got to believe it looks like a close matchup here. The big difference, like we talked about, though, is that experience for Serdov. Over 4,000 fights for this guy. That's out of control, man.
It is. You know, for both these guys, it's their third appearance here on the live broadcast. Both guys 2-0 so far.
Let's see For Life coming out first. 131 wins. Only 8 losses, though. That's something to point out. Only 8 losses with 131 wins. That's a good fighter.
But see, this is going to be the true test of when it comes to experience. How much does experience play a factor? And sometimes you never know. You come out. All it takes is 1 or 2 big shots to finish a fight. We see Serdov coming out to the cage.
It's mighty green hair.
Just totally different level when you come to experience. You don't see the records here, but Serdov with almost 3,600 wins overall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Union Square Arena. This fight is 3 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai fighter, fighting out of Brazil. Ruthless Rico Rodriguez. And
That
now,
is For Life right there.
His opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, fighting out of the United States. Dangerous Quinton Wolf.
Serdov, like we said, 4,000 fights. Over 4,000 fights.
Let's go. Fight.
And when you talk about Serdov in the ranking right now, number 3 overall of all the participants playing in EA MMA.
That's impressive right there. That is very impressive.
Serdov in the red trunks with the green hair. For Life in the white and black trunks.
You never know what's going to happen here, though. Anybody can be victorious at any time. We've seen upsets in the game happen numerous times.
You can see For Life already trying to show off some of his defense and his quickness. Trying to dodge some punches. Serdov being very assertive here early on.
Winner of this matchup going to fight again later on tonight in these semifinals.
And you can see Serdov just trying to impose his will so far early on in this fight. Taking the fight right to For Life. Oh, and For Life lands a big shot. Serdov is done. He is out the upset. It's an upset. For Life will advance to the semifinals. He knocks out Serdov.
He shocks the world. He takes out the red belt master, the guy with only 131 victory, takes out the man with almost 3,600 just like that. That's how it goes in the sport of mixed martial arts. Anything can happen at any time, and For Life just proved it.
Look at that big right kick to the head, lands flush, knocks out Serdov cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by knockout, Ruthless Rico Rodriguez.
Don't call this man an underdog. Look at that win right there.
There are people sitting, watching at home with their mouths just hanging open, going, what just happened? Serdov is out. For Life moves on.
I'm sure Serdov is in the back right now being attended to by physicians and wondering the same thing. And the numbers, you don't really have to look at them. This fight was over very quickly. Serdov was really trying to assert himself. You could tell that he felt like he was going to win this one. But all it takes sometimes, one or two big shots. We saw that from For Life, connects with that big right kick to the head. Serdov goes down for the count.
Yeah, For Life. He wins a big one. He's going to go on and fight later tonight in the semifinals. We'll see what he's made of a little later on, I guess. Now, we're going to move on to our final matchup for this round of the tournament. We've got Julio taking on Toyooka.
Yes, and this will be in the heavyweight division. A couple of big boys here getting ready to fight. And when you look at Julio, Midwest Mafia right there, you're talking about a master black belt, a guy with over 2,400 victories under his belt, taking on a master blue belt in Toyooka. A couple of heavyweights getting ready to tangle here in the fourth and final fight of the quarterfinals here of the Rise to Greatness tournament.
And there we take a look. You see Midwest Mafia, who's also known as Julio. We've seen him many times here on the fights. These guys, the numbers, once again, for it's very similar. Submission numbers are low, everything else very high. So, they're going to have good ground positioning. They're going to have good ground and pound. They're going to have good stand-up.
Yeah.
This is a pretty close matchup between these two guys, and it should be fun to see how it plays out and see which guy is going to make it on to the semifinals in just a little while here.
I think we expect both these guys to bang with one another. A couple of boxers willing to stand and trade. We take a look at Toyooka here.
He's coming in as a replacement too. Mr. PPV was supposed to be in this spot. He didn't make it. He didn't show up. Toyooka was standing by. He's ready to fight. He's ready to shock the world tonight, he says.
And Julio getting ready to come out to the cage here. This will be his fifth broadcast here, fifth time being on the live broadcast. 3-1 so far when being here on the broadcast.
Looking very serious tonight is Julio, wanting to move on.
Remember, this is a guy with over 2,400 wins, over 1,600 of them coming by way of knockout or TKO.
Lots
Ladies
of
and
experience.
gentlemen, we welcome you to the Union Square Arena. This fight is 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer. Fighting out of the United States, Kenji Punisher Tanaka.
That is
And
Toyooka.
now, introducing his
What interesting
opponent,
tattoos.
fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer. Fighting out of the United States, the legend, Carlos Savalas.
Julio, you got to believe he is the favorite in this matchup, but that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah,
Fighter
considering
ready?
what we just saw a
Fighter
moment ago.
ready? Let's go. Fight.
Here we go in the heavyweight division. The one thing that really stands out right at the top is just how much more muscular you can see Toyooka. Not a taller fighter, but more muscular. And we'll see if he actually can pack more power in his punch.
He'd probably lift weights, I would guess. He's a weightlifting guy. Goes to the gym, picks up those heavy bars and such.
You saying he might not do Pilates?
Nah, probably not. Probably doesn't do much yoga. Just guessing, though.
He might have jazz hands.
I doubt that he has jazz hands.
Oh,
He's got a big punch, though.
okay. Connecting with a nice little combination there. Kicks a
Oh,
big
big
spinning
shot.
back fist. knocks him down. Julio holding on here. Knocked down for the first time in this fight. Taking some big shots here by the big man.
It almost looked painful there for Toyooka to throw a punch. He's got so much muscle. Sometimes it seems like it's hard to move his arms around the muscles around his body.
He's done a good job of avoiding shots like that right kick there.
Final matchup here in the quarterfinals. We move to the semifinals here in just a little while.
Yep, and then the finals coming up October 19th. Be the best of 5 fights for the 2 finalists. 1 fight in each weight class.
Winner of this matchup going to be fighting here just shortly. Will be taken on, maybe for life, maybe one of the other fighters from earlier in the card. That will be determined by our matchmaker, Preston, standing by right now.
He's hanging out in the chat room, EASportsMMA.com.
Preston always in the chat. He loves to chat. He's a chatter. Man likes McNuggets, too.
Yes, he does.
Not a big pizza fan. There we go. Julio dropping to his back. Toyooka says, nope, let's keep it up here.
And that's exactly where you'd think they'd want to keep this fight, especially Toyooka.
Oh, yeah, stand-up fighter.
Toyooka's done a good job of avoiding shots so far, and you can see that Julio is still trying to find his range. Trying to get the clinch. There's Toyooka. It's pushed off.
Nice body shot there. You hear Julio wince in pain. Guys kind of still feeling each other out a bit, standing back. Oh,
that's a mistake. Do not do that in this game when your opponent is that close, because they'll come right in. There is no sportsmanship here. You're in the middle of a fight.
They'll punch you in the face. Start playing to the crowd there, and the UK, you're going to get punched in the face.
And you're going to pay the price.
A couple high kicks missed there by Toyooka.
Stuffs the takedown, though.
Superman punch.
Another one.
High kick there by Julio, trying to get something going here. Wants to hurt Toyooka.
Once again, drop back. I don't get the game plan there. Drop it to your back.
He doesn't have that butt scoot that KingSeyton had, that's for sure.
That's true.
Preston pointing out that it actually helps to recover your stamina faster. Interesting.
Take a breather on your back.
Take a little snooze, yeah. Why not?
Power nap in the middle of a fight. Why not? It's one of the little tricks that you can pick up with playing the game.
That's what tells you right here. Black belt master in Julio. He's done it all. He's seen it all. He knows every trick of the trade.
Taking a couple shots there from Toyooka. The one thing you can tell right now, when Toyooka lands a shot, it does more damage. It's just whether or not, how many shots can he get off. You can see that his combos are a little bit slower than Julio's.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, he doesn't have the speed that Julio has, but he certainly makes up for the get inside.
Keeps changing his stance back and forth. Good shot there by Toyooka. See the stamina pretty low there for Julio. He goes to his back, see if he can pick up on that stamina, but Toyooka gets in position to land some big shots here.
If only his arms were just a little longer. It's almost like Jeff Munson.
That's the one thing I was going to say, too. He needs longer arms.
He's like a fire plug. He's eating a lot of head kicks.
Yeah, take a little damage to do some damage. So he's going to back off. A big shot right there. Julio down, another big shot.
Julio's going to survive, though. Had this been the semifinals, Toyooka could have thrown some knees, stomps, or soccer kicks in that position, because those will be in Vale Tudo rules coming up here after this fight.
Second knockdown for Toyooka here in the first round as we go into the final 30 seconds. He's looked good so far.
Absolutely.
He's coming this on short notice, trying to make his way to the semifinals.
He is a replacement. It's all on Julio to win this fight. He should be the favorite. He was expecting to fight on PPV. He gets Toyooka instead.
Julio going for a big shot there late. Just misses. That's the one thing. Toyooka's taking some shots. He's been able to avoid the bigger shots. He's done a nice job of ducking some punches and kicks in that fight. You would think that he took that first round with the 2 knockdowns.
Yeah, you got to believe he had that first round for sure. Those knockdowns.
That spinning back fist that connected, dropped Julio, and look at how nice and flush that landed there. Good job, though, by Julio to be able to survive that beating in the second knockdown as well.
Letting us know that round number 2 is coming up. Don't know what we do without those ring crowd girls.
I appreciate them very much.
Me too. We were at a fight one time in Daytona where they didn't have the cards and they had these pizza boxes.
Yes, they did.
Let's go. Fight.
Second round coming up here.
Nothing but the best for the world-famous Daytona Beach.
Of course.
Spring break destination.
Julio in the red trunks. Toyooka in the black and red.
Coming out busy is Julio. Looking to make up for lost ground in round number 1.
Yeah, he knows he lost that first round.
Got to get something going against the bigger, stronger Toyooka.
Every fight has a finish so far here in the quarterfinals.
Absolutely. These guys got to finish.
And Julio is starting to open up here. You can see him staying a little bit busier.
We're not going to a decision tonight. That's the deal. It's all finishes. It's been an action-packed night of fights here on EA Sports MMA, as you'd expect, as we're here in the tournament to find the best of the best. This will eventually let us know who is number 1. The winners tonight going to face off coming up next month. 5 matches, 1 in each weight class. It's going to be an action-packed night, Fritz.
Yeah, we'll have other fights on there. Jason from Middle East, he's going to put together some fights. We'll have the Battle of the Promoters, Stick taking on Rupp. And a big takedown right there by Toyooka. Goes right into side control. And he's got full mount.
Uh-oh. Bad spot here for Julio.
And you're talking about a big man sitting on top of you. All it takes is a few shots. He's got a lot of power behind those punches.
Starts raining down those big, powerful punches from that mounted position. That's a bad spot for Julio to be hanging out in.
All he's got to do is land a couple flush. You can see the head stamina extremely low here for Julio. Big shot there. The fight is over. Like we said, it doesn't take much for a big man once he's in that position. And he took that big left hand to finish this fight, and he will move on to the semifinals.
I'm shocked that Julio made that mistake. A guy with all that experience being a black belt master, you can't win a fight on your back throwing punches from the mount. You can't win down there. You got to escape. You got to buck. You got to roll. You got to somehow recover. You can't do anything good from that position as far as striking goes.
You see the big shot there, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're a guy that muscular, that powerful. Land those big shots.
The winner by knockout, Keiji Punisher Tanaka.
So he comes in late and he gets the victory. He's moving on to the semifinals. That is your winner, Toyooka.
Yeah, he'll be moving on. We'll find out exactly who he's going to face in the semifinals, which are coming your way here in just a short while as we take a look at the numbers following this fight. And Toyooka dominant in this one. He ends up landing 28 more punches overall. Julio, you could see the urgency after getting knocked down a couple times in the first round. Came out more aggressive in the second round, but got down on the ground, and Toyooka was able to get full mount on him and quickly take him out.
Yeah, absolutely. Mistake there at the end by Julio. He did not fight smart when he was mounted. He should have escaped. He tried striking, and that ended up spelling his downfall. Toyooka takes the win. He moves on to the semifinals.
Yeah, we have our 4 guys will be moving on to the next round. xXToyookaXx winning today with a first-round knockout win. It was KingSeyton getting a submission victory in the second round to move on. And for life with a huge upset win over Serdog, knockout victory with the big high kick as he moves on. And as we just saw, Toyooka also moving on to the semifinals of the tournament with his win.
Yeah, this is going to be a great set of matches, and they're coming up here in just a few minutes, Fritz.
Yeah, hang around. The semifinals of the Rise to Greatness tournament will be coming your way. Don't go anywhere. 2 more exciting fights to see who will be fighting in the finals next month here. Stick around.